rolling with the punches along with us. And speaking of rolling with the punches, got Vyers, who is a very experienced Dragon Ball FighterZ competitor here at the laboratory at the FGC Alchemy Lab, which I believe he was at yesterday, going up against Kaan, a relative newbie. But shout outs to everyone who's watching, both here on the Twitch channel, and of course, appreciate every single one of you. Be sure to hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. Whatever the case may be, go ahead and do it. Hit it like it owes you some money. As we get set here, Vyers and Kaan going at each other one-on-one in early round action here at the laboratory. Vyers breaking out the wolf. Oh, no, Kaan breaking out the wolf. Vyers, he's going Ike. Welcome to CodeName Bears. Good start early from Vyers. Showing much the same calculated gameplay as he shows while playing Dragon Ball FighterZ, and it's interesting to see people cross over from actual FGC traditional fighters, shall we say, over to Smash. And Uno, I have to ask you,
right,
do you find that these players have a sort of advantage having transferred over from a more traditional fighter like DBFZ? Or is it a disadvantage having to learn a whole new set of mechanics?
Well, you see, there are a lot of FGC kind of tactics in this game. We see parrying now as a shield option, as one of the things that, came from traditional fighters.
True.
We also see, like attack canceling. And, in every single kind of fighting game, you really have your, attack beats grab beats block beats attack. It kind of like a Yomi kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I feel like if you came from any kind of game, like any kind of FGC, you will have an advantage seeing playing those kinds of games.
Speaking of advantages, hard to really garner who has the advantage here. I mean, at least in terms of percentage, Kaan doing very well for himself, but Vyers, he can turn it around at any second, especially with the power that Ike has. Oh, but indeed, the back air will take it. And it's Kaan drawing first blood here in this best-of-3 clip.
Absolutely.
Early round action, and gotta think, well, Vyers evens it right up, so we're about neck and neck here to start things off. Question is, if you're Kaan, how do you deal with approaching? I mean, I feel like he has the right character to do it, but I mean, it almost hurts having so many options at your disposal, doesn't it? Because you can't choose which one.
Yeah, I know. Like it's so like, what do I do? Do I close the gap, or do I, keep my distance a little bit and wait for my opponent to, make a mistake? It's really like kind of like a mind game when it comes to this, especially with Kaan. He doesn't have a disjoint like Ike, but he has the laser. He has the laser, so he could space out and do things like that. But going into space with the forward tilt, the back air, Kaan keeping him at ledge, trying. Okay, nice pressure off stage, and Kaan's gonna take that second stock.
About a halfway charged forward smash. Not too bad. Pretty stylish for the young man. And all of a sudden, the DBFZ stalwart finds himself on the back foot. No sparking here, so he'll definitely be missing that, unfortunately. But we've seen him go up against a couple of people, the likes of Rogue Yoshi, who, of course, one of the best Nappas in the world.
Yes.
And Beowulf, who's here tonight, in fact.
Oh, really?
I believe he's in bracket. So.
Oh, wait, who does Beowulf? What does he play?
He plays a little, I think he plays a little Goku Black. I'm not really sure, but the side B, Vyers staying alive and getting the kill off of that. Wow. Oh, man, the Revenant, Vyers, coming back from the dead. And he could be staying alive here. We don't know.
But fantastic coverage coming from Kaan. This, again, keeping him off stage, keeping up the pressure. Okay, Vyers finds himself back on stage. Let's see some combo strings, maybe. Oh.
Yeah, and eventually the up smash will take it. A valiant effort by Vyers, nonetheless, as Kaan goes up 1-0. Ultimately, the speed of Wolf, just too much to negotiate in that game number 1.
Absolutely. When it comes to Wolf, I mean, he was a character in Brawl. Very strong pick. And here, he's back in Ultimate, and he's ready to stay, and he's ready to play.
Yeah, back in form and in full force. Not really sure what that eye patch is connected to now that I'm looking at it. That's a little disconcerting, but regardless of that, regardless about that.
No, I've never played the
wow, that is distracting.
I've never played the newer Star Fox games, so I'm not exactly sure like how that works exactly either. So, but I mean, they did a new design. I'm pretty sure the old one had the strap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's space age technology. It evolves, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
I'm sure that it's all explained in full detail.
Yeah.
And whichever game this is based off of. It could very well be Zero. Not sure. But either way, going to game number 2 and the switch to Chrom. So, slight differences. Obviously, Chrom, the Echo for Roy.
Right.
But definitely some similarities to Ike, specifically about specifically the recovery as we get the battlefield for game number 2. I do like this pick. Helps him tee up a little bit with those aerial attacks. Maybe zone him. Maybe zone Wolf out a little bit better. But at the same time, I'm not really certain that he has the tools to deal with Kaan in the neutral.
I actually like this pick coming from Vyers, right? Like Vyers, that's the name?
Yeah, Vyers.
Yeah, I like the pick because not only are the blast zones a little bit shorter on the sides than the first pick, but now we see that he can like utilize some of the platform usages, like, you know, naring through platform, up tilting, it goes through the platform.
And I do agree with you, but at the same time, with all that speed that Wolf is packing, and I mean, it's not super amounts of speed. He does connect with that side B. Strange trajectory that thing has. It's at the same time, it's not like Vyers is the only one that can use those platforms, as Kaan loses the first stock this time.
Absolutely, but here we are. Vyers doing a fantastic job, and as I say that, Kaan answering right back with a back air.
I feel like Vyers allowed him to drop down just a little too easily, and that could have cost him the first stock. I mean, you want to keep Kaan above you as much as possible, because that sword, of course, can reach those bottom platforms.
Right, but Kaan
tilts.
Sorry, Vyers rather, getting the grab, getting the up air strings that he needs, 52% damage, but Kaan always finding himself back on the ground. Ooh, Vyers is gonna need an answer to how to keep Kaan maybe in a juggle position, because Kaan is getting a little too comfortable getting center stage.
Yeah, no, Vyers asserting stage control right now. Even though at a slight disadvantage in terms of percentage, not really too significant at the moment, unless, of course, pulling out one of those fully charged F smashes again. You never know with Kaan. That's the thing. He won't pick what's considered to be the most traditionally optimal option, such as that, I guess you could say.
Unfortunate SD going a little too deep for that forward air. Gonna take that second stock from Kaan, and he was doing so well for himself in that second stock, making the comeback. But we're gonna see Vyers taking the driver's seat now.
I mean, that's just one of the more susceptible elements of that character. I mean, the vertical recovery, not really the best, and he does down smash in order to take stock number 2. So again, even at 1. But question is, Kaan doesn't seem to be phased at all. In fact, these combos, holy smokes. Keeping him in the air. Vyers not doing a whole lot about it.
Right, Wolf has great low percent combos, able to rack up percentages very, very quickly. And here we see, back at even percentages again. Both of these guys looking for blood, looking for the way to end this game. Good up B, spacing the out of the down smash, and Vyers trying to do something here, but Kaan gets the grab.
Good air dodge to get back to the stage, and air dodging definitely an interesting beast in this game. wouldn't say beast is the right word, but has some interesting properties about it.
Yes.
Wait a second, we're going down. We're heading to the land down under. Shoutouts to men at work, but
Right.
not finding it. Looking for the neutral air, but the kick to the gut, not going to finish. Vyers once again, not going down so easily.
Ooh, in the back air, going to take the game too.
Vyers, holy smokes, going Ultra Instinct there for game number 2. And as Uno gets called off to go to bracket, and best of luck to Uno, though frankly, when you have his level of skill, you don't really need luck. Vyers, the veteran of Dragon Ball Fighters, taking it to 1 game apiece, and all of a sudden, Kaan finds himself on the back foot. All right, and Kaan deliberating, looking at the tablet, trying to see which stages he's going to strike, and looks like we're going to Final Destination, if I'm not mistaken. I did not look at the screen there. So you can go ahead and correct me if I'm wrong, quite frankly. I can take those L's. I'm not perfect. Not proud of it. But regardless of that, indeed, Final Destination will be the Final Destination winners bracket for one of these 2. Game 3, best of 3. We are all square at 1 apiece. Vyers sticking with what works, going with the Crom again. That down smash, it's been working for Kaan. He's taken stocks in both games with that down smash, and that's a very quick, all things considered, that's a very quick stock number 1 from Kaan. Now Kaan, beautiful combination. Get Vyers off stage, asserting that stage control, and this is Kaan turning up the heat. Vyers all of a sudden finds himself down to his last stock. Kaan, he's stopped messing around. These forward airs, 3 or 4 consecutively to get him close to off the stage. Those spot dodges, and the side B to Spike. And Kaan, what the wrath of a Shogun, says this is my stage, and that is a 3-stock victory.